Here's a question before we go to what type of Devin Haney do we see? Do you think it's gonna be the same Devin? What do you think?
I think that Devin needs to.
Is Devin gonna be extra aggressive?
He needs to just get back into his boxing bag. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a technician. He's a very skilled technician, and he needs to stick to what he.
Do you think he's gonna do that for this fight? I think with one eye on Ryan.
I think that realistically, if he hurts him, he's still gonna look for a finish, and maybe he looks for a finish before the meat is properly seasoned. I think that that's a problem.
Mm-hmm. I think, in my opinion, only because the fight with him and Ryan is already announced, I feel like it's not predicated on his performance.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I think we might see a very, very negative Devin Haney.
Yeah.
When a person gets dropped 5 times, they're extremely gun shy as well.
Yeah.
So it's one of those ones where I'm like, if we see it like almost Shakur Stevenson-like performance, I won't be surprised either.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
We've seen Devin Haney get over aggressive and go for the kill, but I just don't think we'll see it in this fight.
That's the thing. I just wonder. I think you're right, but if he catches and counters and Ramirez's legs are wobbly, I think that he still would step on the gas. I think that Shakur would hit someone and put them on wobbly legs and go back and just hold his feet. I think that Devin might step forwards into that, which maybe isn't the right thing to do.
Yeah, you could be right.
I think that the temptation to, Devin isn't loved, but Devin wants to be loved. That's the problem.
You think so?
Yes.
I think him and his dad are slowly starting to embrace the fact that they'll never be loved.
He needs to embrace that. He needs to be a Floyd Mayweather type of person. But, Tank tries to be like Floyd, but Tank is a knockout artist. It's very different to Floyd. Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
It's totally different. I think that, and obviously, Tank was signed with Floyd. He came up through Floyd, but Devin should have been the next Floyd, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? The personality, the character, he didn't have the size.
Father and son
the father and son story. He should have been that next Floyd Mayweather. Do you know what I mean? And really frustrate people with his boxing. Instead, like I say, he wants that validation, bro. Mm-hmm. He does. He wants that validation. Maybe he don't want the love, but he wants the validation.
I mean, his actions will show that. Actions show that. So you're probably right about that. Let's say, for example, Devin Haney wins, Ryan Garcia wins, which I think we're all predicting.
Yeah.
And let's say Teofimo wins. What do you want to see next for either guy?
Well, I mean, I want to see Ryan versus Devin.
And yeah, of course, you have to see Ryan versus Devin. It's got to be Ryan versus Devin. I think a lot depends on how Devin looks in this fight. If Devin looks shot, then obviously
shouldn't be shot after one fight. Devin's a young guy.
Some people are saying that though.
Devin's a young guy.
Bro, Oscar De La Hoya said Devin Haney's shot and he's not the same.
I mean, he's Ryan Garcia's promoter, so we've got to take that with a grain of salt. But I think shot. If you want to say he's gun shy, then fair. I think shot is different. Mm-hmm. Shot is someone's had several bad losses, and it's just not in them. You would say AJ is shot.
Yeah,
he's lost by stoppage. How many times?
Twice.
And bad stoppages as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then Usyk defeats.
And lost to Usyk defeats, but I think the stoppages are even worse. I think that the Andy Ruiz defeat does more damage to AJ.
And the Dubois.
That's what I'm saying. Like, both those losses are what. Do you mean like Devin? Like you say, Devin still went 12. You dropped me 5 times with steroids in your system and overweight. And you couldn't actually knock me out.
I won more rounds than you.
He should take a lot of confidence from that to say you can't knock me out with steroids and overweight. You can't knock me out. That's crazy. What are we doing? Imagine. Yeah, it's different. The size difference is not Crawford versus Canelo, but imagine Crawford and Canelo go 12 rounds. Canelo wins on points, and then after the fight, Canelo's popped dirty. You're bigger than me. And you're on steroids, and you still can't knock me out.
Facts.
I'll take huge credit from that.
100%. And
so I don't think shot is the right way to see it.
And a big credit that he does take from it, which I think after 6 rounds on everybody's scorecards, he was 5-1 up.
Yeah, the reason I would say someone like Anthony Joshua's shot is because Anthony Joshua mostly he can win on points, but he's not a really technical fighter. If he fights Fury, you'd think he's not going to win on points. If he fights Usyk, he's probably not going to win on points. if you fight someone, even Joseph Parker at this stage, you're probably not going to win on points. So he has to come out and be aggressive, and in coming out and being aggressive, you have to. You expose yourself. Of your weaknesses. Devin Haney can fight on the back foot. He can go out there and win fights and not have to get into a firefight.
If Devin and Jose Ramirez, for example, have a close, controversial fight, is it a case where we see Turkey go around the judges again, like he done with Hamza Shiraz? Is it?
So you said it doesn't happen. Hamza Shiraz.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
It does happen.
True. So do we see that happening? You might be right. You might be onto something. But it's been pretty fair though.
It's been pretty fair. I'm not saying they've been dodgy, but I'm just saying
But your point is true though, because Carlos Adames not a big name. That's just gonna go under the radar. Gonna go under the radar.
In a year or two, we're still
if Jose Ramirez got robbed against Devin, because everybody wants to see Devin Ryan rematch, it's just gonna go underneath the radar.
And especially because it's already promoted, it's already slated, it's already done. The promotion will take over. You know, there'll be egg slaps and Devin's dad fighting Ryan's dad. The promotion will just dwarf what happens with that fight, and you know things can get swept under the rug. So, like I say, I'm not saying Saudi have done it, but that's my concern. But